Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Literacy. Today's topic is effectiveness of vocabulary development activities in home economics. I have a question for you guys today. I want to know, have you ever encountered a recipe filled with unfamiliar terms, leaving you unsure of how to proceed? Hmm. Listen, many students face this challenge in home economics. Today, in this research, we'd like to propose that incorporating vocabulary development activities is a highly effective way to enhance students' learning in this subject. By actively building vocabulary, students gain a deeper understanding of concepts, retain information more effectively, and can confidently communicate about food, cooking techniques, and essential life skills. We'll explore specific strategies like using context clues and word learning games to demonstrate how vocabulary development can truly empower students in the kitchen. First off, we're going to find out why is vocabulary important in home economics. Home economics isn't just about following recipes or sewing a straight stitch. It's about becoming a confident and capable individual in the kitchen and at home. But mastering these skills require a secret ingredient, a strong vocabulary. Here's why vocabulary development activities are essential for conquering home economics. First off, we need to understand instructions. Recipes, sewing patterns, and cleaning instructions all rely on clear communication. A strong vocabulary helps students decipher these instructions and avoid mistakes. Example: imagine a recipe calling for sauteing onions. Without knowing what sauteing means, following instruction becomes a mystery. Vocabulary activities like matching techniques with definition or creating visual aids with pictures depicting sauteing and other cooking methods clear the frog, allowing you to confidently navigate recipes. Next off, we have communication and confidence. Being able to talk about food, clothing, and household tasks with confidence is a great value life skill. A rich vocabulary allows students to express themselves clearly and participate in discussion. Example: by learning specific terms for ingredients, for example, broccoli, foiler, ground beef. Also, we have tools, for example, whisking, rolling pin, and techniques, for example, folding dough, simmering soup. Students can accurately describe their work, ask clear questions, and share their experience with others. This fosters teamwork, problem solving, and a vibrant learning environment. Lastly, we have scientific knowledge. Home economic touches on a lot of science, from nutrition to fabric properties. Knowing the right terms empowers students to make informed choices. For example, engage in activities like defining, classifying, and using words in context create a strong neutral connection, leading to better information retention. Now let's move on. This time we're going to learn how do we make vocabulary learning fun and effective in home economics. First off, we have interactive games, like for example, word search and puzzles. Secondly, we have recipe relay. This game can be played by divide the class into teams. Each team receives a recipe with specific vocabulary terms underlined. The race to find definition or synonyms for each term, fostering teamwork and knowledge application. Next off, we have interactive word walls. Encourage students to add new vocabulary word encountered in recipes or projects, keeping the word world dynamic and relevant to outgoing learning. In addition to word walls, we can have a thematic one. Create designed space for different theme like kitchen tools or baking techniques. Decorate these areas with visuals and vocabulary words, serving as a constant reference point throughout the course. We also have word learning strategies. Another game can be context clues detectives. We can provide students with recipe containing underlined words. Challenge them to identify context clues surrounding words or phrase that provide hints about the meaning. This equips them with independent learning skills. And of course, we can't forget some games that we can play just for fun. These games include Culinary Pictionary. This is where we would divide the class into teams. One team member silently acts out a vocabulary word related to cooking or sewing, while the team guesses the term. This reinforces visual memory and vocabulary recalls. The last one on my list for today is Word Detective Games. This is where we would place students into two groups and give them each the same card with a picture and shuffle the word on a chalkboard. The first group to guess the word wins the game. Now, let's look at some effectiveness of vocabulary development activities in home economics. Earlier, I listed some games that can be played to improve our vocabulary learning in home economics. Now, I'm going to list these games and give you some effectiveness and also some proof that these games can work. The first one is interactive games, which is the recipe delay. Some effectiveness of this game is that it promotes teamwork, knowledge application, and vocabulary recall. Some proofs are students actively engage with vocabulary in a competitive settings. The next game we have is word walls, the thematic and interactive ones. This provides a contact reference point and encourages students participant. Proof of this is that visual learners develop from images and ongoing updates, keeping vocabulary relevant. The next game we have is learn word learning strategies. These includes context clues and root words. Equip students with independent learning skills and deeper understanding of vocabulary. Proof is that students actively analyze these texts and connect words to their root, fostering long term retention. The last game on the list is Culinary, Pictionary, and Vocabulary Bingo. Making learning fun reinforces visual memories and promotes vocabulary recall. Proof is that kinesthetic learners benefit from acting out words and competition motivation engagement. The proposed activities are effective because they create an engaging and interactive learning environment that promotes active vocabulary development. As I conclude today's episode with this presentation, I want you to know by integrating a variety of vocabulary development activities into home economic classes, educators can unlock a treasure trove of benefit for their students. From fostering a stronger understanding of culinary techniques to boosting engagement and communication skills, these activities equip students with the tool they need to not only excel in home economics, but also thrive in their overall academic pursuit. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. Remember to join us next week at the same time, same date. Thank you for listening. Bye now.